Hey guys, Sinister Bacon here, and welcome to Cooking with Bacon. Today, I'm gonna teach you my crock pot chili recipe. It's so goddamn good, it'll make your tip tingle. First thing that we're gonna do is we are going to cook our beef and our sausage. So right here, I've got 2 pounds of ground beef. 2 pounds of ground beef. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. Alright, the 2 pounds of ground beef. We've got 1 pound of sausage. It's fine to cook it together, doesn't matter. So I am going to tell you a pro tip, okay? And I see it so often that people don't do this. It drives me nuts. Seasoning. You're cooking meat. You season it. So, simple seasonings for meat. Okay? Especially, beef, chicken, anything. The sausage, not so much. It's already seasoned. Salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Simple seasonings. Not hard. But I've seen so many videos where people are like, oh, let's brown our beef. And then what? They don't fucking season it. Season it. It doesn't matter if it's going in something. Pro tip. Make your food delicious. We don't like boring food. Good lord, good lord. I wish you guys could fucking smell this. I'm gonna tell you. Alright. So, until recently, I've never put anything other than beef in my chili. Okay? So this recipe has beef, sausage, and bacon. Surprise. Bacon. By the way, not every recipe is gonna have bacon in it. Don't get your fucking hopes up. But until recently, haven't put that all in there. Just always been beef, and God, it fucking smells good. Like legit, I wish you could smell this. The mixture between just the sausage and the beef, like fucking magic. Fucking magic. Magic. Fucking delicious. I am recording with my Logitech fucking webcam that I use for streaming. Why? Because I don't own a camera, but at some point I'll buy one. Make better content for you. Staring at myself. Looking at you guys. Ooh. Oh, snap, you sexy beast. I see you over there. Hey, you. Hey, you in the white shirt. Yeah, looking good. Ah, snap. Oh, look at that smile. You blushing. You blushing, babe. Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, so boring. Oh, this shit's cooking so slow, man. So fucking slow. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Fucking, I don't know what to do, baby. But I'll sing you a song. 'Cause I love your face, girl. Big old titties. Sing you a song, that's just what I do. And I do it just for you. And I feel like it's gonna be a good day. Yes, sir. It's the rhubarb. Just cooking with the bacon up in here, motherfucker. What? Look at you. That's right. That's me. I'm tight. Got it down, baby. Gotta sing you a song. It's okay. I'm just cooking some meat for you. I hope you like meat. 'Cause I'm gonna put my meat in your mouth. My juicy meat in your mouth. Go ahead and head down south. 'Cause here's my meat. It's going in your mouth. Ooh! Yeah! Oh man, I wish I wasn't sitting here by myself. Oh! It's a good song. Fucking write a fucking record. Write a record. Down on Meat Street, baby. You don't even know, but I've got this meat under control. Gotta stir that meat, 'cause it's so goddamn good, baby. You don't even know. You don't even know. Gotta mix that meat, it's so great. Gotta eat some meat while you masturbate. 'Cause why not? Why not? It's good. It's good. Oh yeah! Got meat on a Sunday morning. Alright. So it's finally brown. Hootenanny, check that out. Delish. The ground beef and sausage. It's brown. So the next step is to go drain all the fat out. You don't want that in your chili unless you want to get the shits, because man, it'll fucking turn you into a fucking slip and slide like fucking nobody's business. So I obviously can't dump this shit here because I'm not in the kitchen. Surprise, surprise. Hot plate. So I'm going to go dump this, and I will be back. The meat is going to go into a separate container, and when I get back, we're going to cook up some bacon. Fucking bacon. That's what we're cooking next. Alright, so the next thing that we're doing is going to be the bacon. Now that the beef juice has been removed from the pan. Holy crap, that was hot. Okay. So a bit of advice with this recipe. So yes, there is bacon in it. So the bacon is more for flavor than actually for bacony goodness. Fortunately. So the bit of advice I'm going to give you, it'll help you in the end. Cut the bacon up before you cook it. Cut it as freaking fine-tuned awesomeness as you can. And the reason for this is when the bacon is cooked and you cut it up and you add it in, the meaty part is super fucking stringy. So, chop it up as small as you can before you cook it. Ooh-wee! That bacon sure as shit smells delicious. Fucking maple bacon. So, as I'm going to show you, I'm not going to put brands out there, right? I'm just not. Not going to show you what I buy for vegetables. None of that shit. I can tell you I use all store brand. I'm not going to go out and go fucking batshit crazy and fucking buy like name brand beans. Shit like that. But I'm going to throw this out there. This is Black Label Maple Bacon. I am not sponsored by Black Label Bacon. Black Label, I'm bringing this up because Sinister Bacon, you should sponsor me. I cook things. Just saying. Black Label, Sinister Bacon. Black Label, Sinister Bacon. There's a fucking product right there. Boom! Make it spicy. Spicy bacon. Fuck. On it. Mommy. So get the bacon all moved around. When I put bacon into things, I prefer it to be crispy bacon. I want it to fall apart. I want the flavor. You know, totally different than when I make it for breakfast. I mean, I still like crispy bacon for breakfast. I'm not gonna lie. Crispy bacon's the shit. So, like I said before, cut it up into smaller bits. I'm not gonna lie, as it cooks, it breaks up way easier. So we are not going to dump all of the bacon fat out. We are going to get rid of most of it. Because there's a lot of flavor in it. Okay, so there's not tons of bacon going in. It's only 6 pieces of bacon. If you want some of that bacon flavor, save some of the fat. No, I said don't put fat in your chili, but, you know, when you cook beef and sausage, you end up with like 2 cups of fucking fat. Terrible. Terrible, but fucking delicious. Fucking delicious. Man, I wish you could smell it, dude. Maple bacon. So good. So good. And you can use bacon fat for a lot of things. So if you cook bacon and you strain the meat out of it. So you cook it, you know, you eat your bacon, you have a pan full of bacon fat. So if you put that through like a strainer to get all the chunks out, and then you put it through like coffee filter or something, and let it like really get the chunks out, dude, you can save that stuff so long. And you can cook with it like lard. You can add it to stuff for flavor. If there's little bits of meat in it, it won't last as long. The meat will actually turn, and which the bacon fat will also turn. But man, if you can strain all the bacon bits out of there, man, you can save that shit forever. Add it, shit. Delicious. It's delicious. Maybe rub some all over your body. Sounds sexy. Sexy time. Sexy time with bacon. That's my next show. Sex time with bacon. Bacon fat. Like 2 old people slathered in mayonnaise going at it. Alright. The bacon's done. I'm going to go drain most of the liquids out. And then I'll be back for the next step. So this next step is very important. As you're cooking the bacon, little bits of bacon are going to get stuck to the bottom of the pan. It happens with any meat. So what you want to do, this recipe calls for 2 beers, right? So you're going to take a little bit of one of the beers, and you are going to deglaze the pan, right? While it's hot and on there, you want to pour some beer in, give it a little run around. It'll break up all the stuff stuck to the bottom. And you're going to want to save this. You know, put it in a cup, dump it directly into the crock pot. It doesn't matter. This, in fact, is just going to get dumped in with the bacon. And it'll get added in later. Alright, so as I mentioned, this recipe calls for 2 beers. I opened one and used part of it to deglaze the bacon pan. The other one we're going to open right now. Because this one is for you. We're moving on to vegetable prep. Vegetable prep. Probably the longest part. Usually when I'm making the chili, I do the vegetable prep while the meat's browning. I didn't do that because I am teaching you how to make this chili. So the first veggie that we are going to prep is the onion. Let's get it out of the way. So, obviously, if you've never prepped an onion before, You need to get the outer skin off. I have seen people cut an onion with the skin on, leave it in, put it in their food, and that's fucking disgusting. Just saying, man. Just saying. Take the outer skin off. If you've never prepped an onion before, the skin comes off. Onions. So one, you cut the end off. The pointy end. You want to leave the little knobby root end on the onion. So what I do is start from the side and make little cuts. Little cuts all down, but not all the way through. Okay? Make little cuts. Start at the other side. Little cuts. The reason that you do this is because if you jump ahead and you cut the onion in half, when you make these little cuts, you are going to be cutting towards your hand. Do not ever cut towards your hand. Especially with a fucking chef's knife. These things are made to go through fucking bone, meat, anything. You will fucking cut your hands off. You will lose a finger if you cut towards your hands, okay? So you make those little cuts down, right? Right. Then you cut it in half. The little nubby piece stays on to hold it together, okay? So what you do is pinch the sides and hold it so it's one piece. Put the tip in almost all the way to the back, but not all the way because you don't want to cut through it. And cut down. And you want to do this a few times. That way, you'll see, but pretty much you want the damn thing to look like a fried onion. You know, where it's got like the little squares of nubby onion pieces sticking out, okay? So now, you've got your horizontal cuts and your vertical cuts, right? Alright, so now, you can just go through and chop it off. Comes off in little tiny bits. You don't have to worry about chasing the huge pieces around. Cutting them smaller. Just cut it down. And there is going to be a point where you're going to run out of cuttable onion. It just happens. You're going to end up wasting a little bit of it. But whatever, you know? Use as much as you can. If you want to nitpick and take off all that shit, go for it, girl. You go for it, alright? So we're going to do the same thing to the other half, because this recipe calls for one entire onion. You can use whatever kind of onion you would like. I prefer to use a yellow onion. I accidentally grabbed a Vidalia onion, which is on the sweeter side of onions, but whatever. It's gonna work. It's gonna taste fucking good in the chili. Onion. Yep. Sweet onion. Alright. So same thing. You made your horizontal cuts, your vertical cuts, and then you're going to do these cuts again to make the parts smaller. Once again, no need to nitpick, man. Not really wasting too much. But if you're worried about it, feel free. Alright. So the onion's done, right? The next step is the celery. With the celery, wash it, okay? Wash it. You always want to wash vegetables. Onion, you really don't need to because you're peeling the outer skin off. But wash your vegetables. Nobody wants to eat dirt or fucking cow shit residue on their food, right? Wash it. A little bit of soap, a little bit of water, clean it off. Now, there's also pesticides on this shit. clean it. So with the celery, cut the big fat end off. You don't need it. You can eat it, but it's usually gross. Not as tender and awesome as green bits. So for the celery, you can just cut it right down the middle. Nothing magic with the celery. When you split it down the middle, go ahead and split that middle down the middle again. So you want to cut it into fourths. And then, nothing magic, just chop it up. Chop it up. If you don't like celery, you don't need to use it. If you like the taste of celery but don't actually like celery, you can always use like celery seed. Don't overuse the celery seed. That shit is fucking potent. Put fucking too much celery seed in it, that's all you're gonna taste. Like, the thing. Be careful with that. Celery is good, but very strong. Don't cut the way I was just cutting. Bad idea. You want to rock it towards the front end and use the closest end of the blade to push through. Watch your fingers. You need fingers to play video games, ladies and gentlemen. Surprise, surprise. Well, it makes it easier at least, right? Seeing that this series is geared towards nerds, I'm going to point out that crock pot recipes are great for gamer nerds, right? Let's say you're doing a raid in World of Warcraft, right? You're going to be raiding for fucking 6 hours. I've seen it. I've seen people do it. Crazy shit. You guys are nuts on that World of Warcraft. It only takes 6 hours for this to cook. So by the time you're done doing your raiding, you'll have a yummy fucking meal. A hot yummy fucking meal. Like that. I'll tell you a great investment. A good fucking knife, right? Kitchen knife? A great investment. Nice sharp chef's knife. If there's an item in your kitchen other than cookware that you should have, plates and shit, I guess you could buy paper plates, but a good chef's knife. I'm telling ya. You fucking try to cut a tomato with a fucking dull ass knife, it'll just explode. So, you know. Not that you're constantly cutting tomatoes. We're not going to be cutting tomatoes for this recipe. Just so you know, this is made simple. Simple. Yes, you can make your own diced tomatoes. And all that jazz. The pain in the ass. Don't fucking do it. You can buy the shit in a can. What? Boom, that's it. Movie magic time. Boom. Green bell pepper. Already cut. Because it's a pain in the ass. Alright. So, next. Grab your beer. Big old swig, because you deserve it. Alright, so we're moving on to almost the last step. This is the last step of prepping. And I will recap all the ingredients. I'm not going to show you each ingredient broken up separately. There's going to be a fucking list of ingredients down in the fucking show notes. Feel free to look at it. Best bet. So, in this bowl, we have 6 pieces of bacon, 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 pound of sausage. You can pick whatever kind of sausage you want in there. It doesn't fucking matter. Also in the bowl is a smidge of bacon fat. Not a lot, like maybe a tablespoon. And then a little beer from when we deglaze the pan after cooking the bacon. So go ahead and dump that into your crock pot. I have a big crock pot. Why? Because I make a lot of fucking crock pot meals. They are easy. Come home from work, boom, meal ready to go. Love it. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to add in. This is about 2 bell peppers chopped up. Bowl. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add the bell peppers in. And you don't have to do it in this order. This is just the order I happen to be going in. So the next thing that I'm adding in is the celery and the onion that I just chopped with you guys. Telling you, use that way to chop onion. It's fucking easy. It keeps all your shit nice. Okay. Chopping vegetables in a uniform fashion looks good. Okay? It looks good when people come and eat your food and it's eye appealing. It looks good. Yes, chili doesn't always look good, but it fucking tastes good. You can make chili look good. Alright. So next, I have a 15.5 ounce can of cannellini beans. Okay. Cannellini beans. All the beans. Drain all the juice out because there's going to be enough liquid in here. You don't need to be adding extra liquid. Next is a 15.5 ounce can of red kidney beans. Once again, try to dump as much of the juice out. Some of the juices in these things are fucking thick. And they don't dump out well. Same. Next is a 15.5 ounce can of pinto beans. So yes, 3 different kinds of beans are going in this chili. Okay, once again, dump the juice out. So, now, beer break. Alright, boom, double fisting. Okay, so grab the beer that you opened earlier to deglaze the bacon pan and go ahead and you dump as much of that beer into this crock pot as you want. Dump one for the homies. I use the whole beer when I make chili. Beer goes well in chili. Also goes well in stews and other delicious items. Beer goes good in me. Okay. So the next thing that I have is the diced tomatoes. I didn't open them beforehand because we are not draining the liquid out. Keep the liquid in the diced tomatoes. Get that open. Boop. Okay. So these are big cans of diced tomatoes. These are 28 ounce cans of diced tomatoes. Okay. Oh, doggy. Baby's getting full. Make sure you brought a spoon with you. Okay. Oh, man. I always forget how full this gets. Alright. So, the next thing you're going to add tomato paste. So, if you don't add a lot of liquid to it, you can get away with a 6-ounce can of tomato paste, right? I add extra liquid to it, you know, the beer, all that. So I buy a 12-ounce can of tomato paste. 12 ounces. 12-ounce can. A lot of tomato paste. It'll help thicken it up. It will also help flavor the liquid in there, like the tomato water. Because that just tastes like fucking runny tomatoes and not good. Not delish. So this will help flavor that. Make it thicker. Alright. Make sure you get all of it. You don't have to use the whole thing. Use whatever you feel like using. Okay? Alright. So the next ingredient that we're putting in, and it's fine. Usually I put them at the bottom and I forgot to, but that's alright. You're going to mix this in a little bit anyways. Is 3 beef bouillon cubes. I'll add some more meaty flavor to it. So after you add the beef bouillon, we've got 6 tablespoons of chili powder. Boom. Sexy. We've got 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of basil in here. We're going to add that. Boom. Got just regular black pepper. It's a teaspoon of black pepper. Like I said, you can add more. The seasonings are to taste, so if you make it the way I make it, and then you try it and want something else, feel free to put it in. So this has 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1.5 teaspoons of seasoned salt. This one. Like I said, recipe's going to be in the show notes if you need a refresher. Alright. So, we're also adding 3 bay leaves. Remember, this is going to get mixed together. I'm not going to mix it here because I need a better area with more room. Put the bay leaves in after you mix it, okay? So take them out. Because if you put them in there and then mix the shit out of this, the bay leaves are going to break apart. You'll never find them, but there's 3 bay leaves that are going in here. Alright. So the next thing I'm adding in is 2 large cloves of garlic. It seems like I'm using more. Because they are so big they don't fit in my garlic press. So I had to cut them. So 2 big cloves of garlic goes in. Make sure you have a scraping thing if you are using a garlic press. You don't need to use pressed garlic. Pressed garlic, fresh garlic is the best. You know, I will always tell everybody that. You can buy the pre-minced, pre-crushed stuff at the store in a jar. Or you can use garlic powder. But nothing will beat fresh garlic. Any day of the week, fresh garlic is the shit. Okay? So, boom. Get off. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to add is Worcestershire sauce. What's this here sauce? Okay? What's this here sauce? You are going to add 1 tablespoon. Okay? One tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I really like it, so I add extra. Little extra. Never hurt anybody. Alright. So now that everything's in the crock pot, It is going to go on low for 6 hours. 6 hours. You can eat it that night. At the same night that it's done cooking. Set it before you go to work. It'll be good when you get home. It's fine if there's a little extra time there. Not gonna hurt anything. But what I do is I like to cook it the day before I'm going to eat it, because the longer it sits, the more the flavors are going to combine, and it tastes way better. Way better. So what I'm doing is, this is a Saturday. I'm going to cook it for 6 hours. I'll let it cool down on the counter for a couple hours, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator. And then probably about an hour before dinner time, I'll put it back in the crock pot on high and let it heat back up, and then we'll be good to go. I personally like my chili in a bowl with some cheddar cheese and all mixed up with some cornbread on the side. But the last time I made this, I also made chili dogs, which was fucking amazing. You take your hot dog, some fresh cut onion, put it all on there, cover it in frickin' chili and cheese. You'll probably have to eat it with a fork and a knife like I did, but oh my god, it was good. This is by far the best chili recipe I've had. I have made some tweaks to it. And so I'll be back when it's done cooking, and I'll show you the final product. So yeah, stay tuned.
Alright, so it has been 7 hours, and here is the final product. That is the chili. Like I said, this is for dinner tomorrow night, so it will get cooled off overnight, and then an hour or so before dinner time tomorrow, we will reheat it. It'll be exceptionally thicker, and the flavors will be way more uniform and harmonious, and it'll be great. Well, thanks for watching.
If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can see when my next video goes live. If there's something you'd like to watch me cook, please comment it below, and I'll see what I can do. You can also catch me over at twitch.tv/sinister_bacon, or you can see me at Twitter at BaconSinister. The links will be provided below. Don't be a stranger. I hope you enjoyed. I hope if you did try this recipe, that was the best fucking chili that you've ever had in your entire life. If you do this recipe, please comment below if you tried it, if you liked it, what you changed. Doesn't matter. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for stopping by.